my God, it's been so long since I've recorded, but look how gorgeous of a day it is. Oh my God. So, a lot has happened since I've last spoken to you, and I'm so sorry it's taken me so long to get back to you, but life has been crazy, and I will continue by explaining what all has been going on. In order to make this more efficient and help me out in the future, hi future Brittany.
What's up, dog?
I am going to try and record everything in one take with no cuts, and that might be hard to watch for you, but ain't nobody got time to edit these videos anymore. At least I don't. I just want to make it as easy as possible on myself.
It's the thought that counts, but you kind of sucked at it.
So the last time I think you've seen me, I was explaining how I was going to have a second back surgery, and I did. So on July 20th of 2021, I had my hardware removed. They went through my previous incisions, so I don't have additional scars, but I do have additional like nerve damage from the additional cuts through. So what healed before as far as nerves, they hurt again, but it's okay because, dude, freaking crazy. Overnight, my range of motion improved by 200%. It's freaking crazy. Like, everyone, including myself, like, I didn't expect it to be as bad as the first time, but at the same time, I didn't think I was going to be walking around and doing chores on the same day as my surgery. It was crazy. Joey got mad at me at one point because I wouldn't sit down. Like, I was just getting stir crazy because, you know, I wasn't in pain, which at the time I was on oxy, so like I was medicated at the time, the day of, obviously. But it's just, it's so funny to me how quickly I recovered, and I went back to physical therapy, at first starting 3 days a week, and I did that for about 8 weeks, and then after that I went down to 2 days a week, and then I went down to 1 day a week. And big news, I just graduated physical therapy. Huge freaking massive shout out to Ashley I over at Benchmark Therapy in Hiram, Georgia. Ashley is so fucking amazing. I mean, like, she was more than just my physical therapist this entire time. Like, I was able to talk to her about literally anything, and she's just seriously such an amazing person, and hopefully moving forward a good friend. But that's all depending on me actually being friendly, because I'm a homebody and I'm actually an introvert. Like, I'm an extroverted introvert, I think. And it's hard sometimes because I really, really want to keep friends, and I want to... Oh, horses! Oh my God. I've actually never ridden a horse. Oh, I'm third gear. Oh God. Ooh, I love animals. My favorite barn animal is a cow, actually. I think they're freaking adorable. But anyway, so yeah, just my physical therapist is freaking amazing, and I didn't realize everything that she could really help with. Like, the majority of my physical therapy after the majority of my physical therapy after my second surgery was a bunch of needling. Like, she did use not microdermablation, the needles, the little tiny baby needles. She used those and kind of re-injured the scar tissue that was there, so it just kept healing and fixing itself. That's a really dumb way to explain it, but that's the only way I know how. So anyway, that happened. Most recently, I've graduated, which feels freaking amazing. But you know, what it really came down to is, oh cow, a friend of mine, Amy, was in an accident last year and tore a bunch of ligaments in her knee, and like, she was in really bad shape, but she just graduated like last week. And I saw her graduate and I was like, well, fuck. I should be done by now. Like, I've been coming to physical therapy for over a year now. There should be no reason why I should still be here. Like, I'm off of my hard meds, like no oxy. I'm off of my nerve blockers, so I still occasionally have nerve pain, but that's just something that's gonna happen. Like, I'm just gonna have to deal with it, and I just don't like taking medication. I do take Cymbalta for anxiety and depression, and that does help with nerve pain as well, so that does help me. But I'm also not taking my muscle relaxers either anymore. It was just like one day all my medicine ran out at the same time, and I was like, fuck, I don't feel like paying this money to take this medicine. Let's just see what'll happen if I don't take it. And then I stopped taking it. Now the first week sucked, I'm not gonna lie, but after the first week it just gradually got better, and now I can go without it. It's just amazing. Now I'm still taking ibuprofen every now and then as needed, and that's kind of expected. But regardless, I was using my physical therapy as a crutch to not move forward in my physical fitness. And once I realized that, I just decided, like, I shouldn't be doing that. That's not a good excuse to not work out and to not get healthy again, because I have gained about 50 pounds in the past year, which is freaking crazy. It's not like I don't have good excuses, but what good are excuses for other than just being lazy? Like, anyway, that's just my thought about it. So here we are, entering the main highway, and I'm fixing to have to lead the group. So we're on the way to pick up my friend Sam. And anyway, I will see you after we've got her situated. Okay? And we're back. So I've got Alex and Sam behind us now. So where did I leave off? Oh gosh, okay. So, yeah, surgery went freaking fantastic. Next announcement is I fell again. We went, me and a group of friends from the North Georgia Motorcycle Group, shout out, NGMG, yeah. We went to Bell Mountain, and it is quite a steep adventure going up that mountain. Single lane, very dangerous, and we took a wrong turn going up, and yeah, I tried to stop on a hill sideways, and it didn't work out. So yeah, I took a very graceful tumble. Everyone was very worried about me, which was, I mean, it was great that they were worried about me, because they care, you know. But yeah, so that happened. So that was an adventure. And then most recently, I went up to Blood Mountain. No, not Blood. I went through the Dragon to visit with my friends, Salt the Wound, Killer Miller, and then another Chris and Heather that are up there. So what I told myself was, you know, it's been over a year since the accident. It's been, I've done a lot of work mentally, and letting this car pass because they're behind me. And yeah, so I should be able to do this, and if I do this, it kind of proves to me that I'm ready to go back out and be full force on the motorcycle. So yeah, I drove from just west of Georgia no, just west of Atlanta, all the way up to Maryville, Tennessee. Stayed with a good friend, Brittany Easter. I love her. And we rode the Dragon and the Skyway, and I rode the Dragon alone to meet them at Deals Gap Motorcycle Resort. Let me tell you guys, that was fucking rough. Like, where the fuck, I don't know why I had trouble doing that. I had the hardest time on Blood. The entire time I was terrified, and I was like literally shaking on the way down, and lo and behold, it turns out that the entire way from home to Maryville and then up through Blood Mountain to Deals Gap, I didn't have a freaking brake light. That could have been really, really, really fucking bad. Well, as it turns out, the last time I had ridden my bike was on the track on July 17th, and a rock went through my radiator guard into my radiator and busted my radiator. So it took me about a month and a half to be able to afford to fix it and buy a new radiator, which we ended up charging anyway, which is stupid, but regardless. That was a rough trip. And what happened was, we unplugged the radiator. We unplugged my brake light for the track day, because that's just a part of track day prep. I mean, you don't have to, but it's best to, just so there's no risk of your brake light showing like whatsoever. And we just forgot to plug it back in. So it was an easy fix. I was able to fix my brake light at Deals Gap by myself, which is good. But lesson learned, always plug your fucking lights back in after a track day. Duh. You know, you'd think that'd be obvious, but I was just so damn focused on getting my radiator hooked back up, because I bought the radiator the day before I was supposed to go on that trip. So me, Alex, Chris, Alex's fiance, and Joey, we all ate pizza in my garage while we all worked together to fix the radiator, which honestly ended up being Joey and Chris fixing our mistakes, because I did shit I wasn't supposed to do. But it's all good. I made the trip. The Skyway wasn't bad. Chris, tattoo wheels, that Chris. He stayed behind for the first lap, just a little bit between a few overlooks, and just to make sure I was okay, because everyone that I was riding with, they're just such amazing people, dude. Everyone that I was riding with knew what happened and knew that I'm really anxious and on the bike, and I'm still getting my bearings in, and it's gonna take a while. That's what I learned, is that I need more miles, like a lot more miles. I maybe have done 500 miles this year, and that's not including the recent trip up to Maryville and the Dragon and Skyway and whatnot. About 1,000 miles in 2021 total, and that includes the track. So, man, it's rough. Let's see, what else has happened? I have a new friend. I have a few new friends, actually. I don't know, it's really, really hard for me to make friends, and I don't really say that lightly, because I don't know if I've ever shared this on here, but and I'm looking out for Alex and Sam behind me. And okay, so you know how we all have that best friend that we all grew up with. We've known each other since 6th grade, we've known each other since we were 4, blah blah blah. Well, I had that, and her name was Melanie, and she was my everything. She was more like my sister than my actual sister. And we had plans to grow up together, have kids together. We were going to stay close to each other and always visit each other several times a year, no matter where we went, because she always wanted to go back up to Wisconsin. And yeah, so in 2013, she she was diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma. And within 4 to 6 months, she passed away. And she was 20 years old when this happened. And I know it's been almost 8 years. I'm trying to do math, but you know, I don't math. It's been 7 or 8 years since she's passed, and it never really goes away. The fear of replacing her never goes away. And when I say that my guardian angel is looking over me, that's exactly who I'm fucking talking about. Is Melanie is just, she is the reason why I am the person I am today. And every day I try to live like Melanie would have. She was the kindest, most generous person I've ever freaking met, and everyone loved her. She didn't have a freaking mean soul in her body. Like, it's just, she saw the goodness in everyone, and that's what I strive to be like. So anyway, I do have a few like really good friends, and I don't throw the term best friend around like often at all. I keep my friend circle very, very small, and it's not because I don't like people, because I really do. I have really, really good intentions when I like a person. Like, I'll like the fuck out of you. But that sounded really bad. Anyway, my business is going freaking awesome, actually. I had my launch on September 3rd, and you all probably saw my my promo video that I posted on my webpage posted on my YouTube channel for my webpage. Good Lord, if you've made it this far, God bless you. Because I don't know if I could listen to myself talk for this long. So yeah, I'll talk about my business in a later episode, possibly, you know, the next one. But just know that it's going great, and if you're interested at all in helping out my mission to embrace women in motorsports, be sure to go to badasshelmetbows.com and check out my products, because everything is handmade. I do have a 3D printer, but I personally made the 3D model to print them. And shit ton of product testing, a lot of trials and errors when it comes to making these things, and I finally found the quality that I'm looking for. And every single bow I make just keeps getting better and better. And the reaction that I got at a most recent gathering, which I'll talk about later, is just unbelievable. Like, everyone loved them, and like there were people who actually put in a ticket for the raffle for my helmet bow. Like, there was probably like 30 tickets in there, which means 30 people wanted my product, which is freaking crazy. Anyway, I'm doing that on the side, so I still have a 9 to 5. My business has taken over. As far as, you know, my priorities are concerned, YouTube is not a priority for me, but I'm still trying to keep you guys up to date. So be sure to, you know, just stay tuned in. I'm on Instagram. Brit Brap is me, obviously, because, you know, you're on my channel, but I'm over on IG too. But I'm also Badass Helmet Bows on IG. That's my business page, so make sure you give that a like too. And I just appreciate you checking back in with me and getting this massive update, because so much shit is going on and life is nuts, but it's worth it. And I almost just reared into Joey. Oops. Alright, until next time, guys, please remember, be nice to each other, because you never know what people are going through. Ride safe, y'all.